Every open plain holds a softness that only appears when the day slowly lets go. As the sun eases below the horizon, the African savanna exhales. Heat fades from the grasses. Shadows stretch and blend. Even the tallest shapes begin to feel gentle. This is the hour when the world loosens its grip, when movement slows not out of tiredness, but out of trust. Somewhere among the acacia trees, a giraffe stands quietly, its long silhouette unhurried, its presence calm and patient, as if it has been waiting for this stillness all along. Welcome to sleepy nature sleep, where the wild grows soft and curiosity becomes calm. Tonight, let your thoughts follow the rhythm of the earth, your breathing settle like evening wind, and your mind wander gently through the quiet wild. Here, nothing asks you to hurry. The savanna does not rush its sunsets, and the giraffe does not rush its rest. Tall and watchful, yet deeply relaxed, this gentle giant carries sleep differently than most creatures. Its rest comes in brief moments, like drifting thoughts, woven into long hours of quiet awareness. And as we begin this journey together, there is nothing you need to remember, nothing you need to learn perfectly. You are simply invited to listen, to notice, and to let the story unfold at nature's pace. This channel exists for moments like this, when the day has been full enough and the night is asking less of you. If you find comfort here, you are warmly part of this quiet community of listeners who come not for noise or answers, but for calm companionship. And if you wish to gently support this space, know that your presence alone already matters. Tonight, we will walk slowly beneath the starlit acacia trees, following the sleepy life of an African giraffe. We will explore how such a tall animal finds rest without fully lying down, how brief naps can still feel complete, and how stillness itself becomes a kind of safety. Along the way, facts will arrive softly, wrapped in imagery and silence, never demanding attention, only offering it. Imagine the air cooling around you now. Crickets begin their steady rhythm. Leaves barely move. The giraffe lowers its head just slightly, not to sleep deeply yet, but to settle. Its eyes blink slowly. Its breathing matches the land. In this moment, there is no past and no future, only a tall figure at rest and a wide plain holding the night. As this story continues, allow yourself to rest in the same way. You do not need to sleep all at once. Like the giraffe, you may drift, return, and drift again. Each breath is enough. Each pause is welcome. And so, with the stars above and the savanna growing quiet below, we step gently into the night's question, one that rustles beneath the leaves and waits patiently to be heard. In the quiet moments after sunset, when the colors of the savanna soften and the edges of the world blur, a gentle question begins to rise. It does not arrive loudly. It does not ask for an answer right away. It simply settles into the air like dust drifting slowly back to the ground. What does it mean to truly rest, even while remaining awake, even while standing tall beneath an open sky? Across the plains, a giraffe stands among the acacia trees. Its long legs are steady, rooted in the earth without effort. Its body does not lean into sleep the way smaller animals might. Instead, it rests in a way that feels both light and complete. The The giraffe's stillness is not emptiness. It is full of awareness, yet free of strain. Its ears turn gently, catching the softest sounds. Its eyes blink slowly, untroubled by the passing moments. Nothing is demanded of it. Nothing is expected. As you listen, you may notice how this question begins to reflect inward. Many of us are taught that rest must look a certain way, that it must be deep, uninterrupted, and clearly defined. But the natural world often moves differently. Here, rest is woven into wakefulness. Calm exists alongside awareness. The giraffe does not leave the world to find peace. It remains within it, breathing steadily, allowing its body to loosen while its presence stays whole. Leaves stir above, brushing lightly against one another. The air cools, just enough to be noticed. In this gentle environment, rest becomes less about stopping and more about softening. The giraffe's muscles hold without tightening. Its weight settles evenly through bone and sinew. There is no hurry to lie down. There is no urgency to drift away. Rest arrives quietly, in small, complete moments. You may allow this idea to reach you as well. You do not need to go anywhere else to begin resting. You do not need to force your thoughts to fade. Like the giraffe, you can remain where you are and simply become lighter inside. Breathing slows on its own when it is not being watched. Shoulders ease when they are not being adjusted. Awareness becomes gentle when it is no longer trying to stay alert. This question beneath the leaves does not seek a final answer. It invites a feeling instead, a sense that rest can be flexible, kind, and forgiving, that it can happen in layers, that even brief pauses can be meaningful when they are unguarded. As the savanna grows darker and the stars begin to appear, the giraffe remains standing, peaceful and complete. It teaches nothing directly. It simply exists in a way that feels restful. And in its quiet presence, you may begin to notice that you too are already resting more than you realized. As daylight slowly loosens its hold on the land, the African savanna begins to change its voice. Colors that were once bright and defined soften into blended shades of gold, gray, and blue. The heat held in the soil gently lifts and drifts away, leaving behind air that feels lighter, calmer, and more welcoming. This is not a sudden shift, but a gradual easing, as if the land itself is settling into a deeper breath. Wide grasslands stretch in every direction, their tips moving almost imperceptibly in the evening air. Acacia trees stand scattered across the plain, their flat canopies forming quiet silhouettes against the dimming sky. These trees do not dominate the landscape, they simply belong to it. Beneath them, shadows lengthen and merge, creating soft places where the day's sharpness slowly dissolves. The savanna at this hour feels spacious and unhurried. Sounds grow fewer, but clearer. A distant call fades without echo. Insects begin their steady, patient rhythms. Somewhere nearby, hooves shift gently in the grass. Each sound arrives, lingers briefly, and then disappears, leaving space behind. Nothing competes for attention. The land allows everything to come and go in its own time. In this calm setting, the giraffe becomes part of the landscape rather than separate from it. Its long form echoes the vertical lines of tree trunks and tall grasses. Its patterned coat mirrors the dappled light and shadow on the ground. Standing quietly, it blends into the evening not through stillness alone, but through harmony. It does not interrupt the savanna's rhythm. It follows it. The sky above transitions slowly, trading warmth for depth. Pale oranges give way to muted purples, then to a soft, spreading blue. The first stars appear without announcement, faint and patient. They do not rush to be seen. They wait until the light is ready to receive them. Beneath this sky, time feels less measured. Moments lengthen. Attention drifts naturally, without effort. As you imagine this place, there is nothing you are meant to focus on. The savanna does not demand observation. It invites presence. You may notice how your own breathing begins to mirror the openness of the land, slower, steadier, less concerned with direction. Like the grasses, you are allowed to sway slightly, to settle where you are. This landscape is not a backdrop for activity. It is a space for being. The giraffe does not prepare for the night. It simply enters it. The land does not announce rest. It allows it. And in this shared quiet, the savanna becomes more than a place. It becomes a feeling, wide, patient, and gently unfolding, ready to carry the story forward at the softest possible pace. In the open stillness of the savanna, the giraffe stands as a quiet, vertical presence, unhurried and at ease. Its height does not feel imposing here. Instead, it feels gentle, like a tree that has learned how to breathe. Long legs rest evenly on the ground, carrying weight without strain. The body rises slowly upward, not with tension, but with balance, as if each part knows exactly where it belongs. The giraffe's movements are few and thoughtful, a slight shift of weight, a slow turn of the head, an unforced blink. These small motions arrive naturally, without purpose beyond comfort. The animal is not preparing for anything. It is simply being present in the evening air, allowing the day to finish around it. In this way, rest does not announce itself. It settles in quietly, like warmth lingering in stone after sunset. Up close, the giraffe's calm becomes even more noticeable. Muscles lie smooth beneath the patterned coat, not clenched or braced, but softly supportive. The neck, long and graceful, does not hold itself rigidly. It curves with ease, following gravity rather than resisting it. Even the tail moves slowly, tracing gentle arcs that feel more like habit than intention. This is not the rest of disappearance. The giraffe does not withdraw from the world. Its senses remain open but relaxed. Sounds drift in and out of awareness without reaction. The air carries scents of dry grass and leaves cooling in the shade. Each breath, taken deep within a wide chest, moves quietly through the body and back into the night. Science tells us that giraffes rest differently than many animals. Their size and structure shape how they pause and recover. But here, those details fade into something simpler. What matters is not how rest is measured, but how it feels. And what it feels like, standing beside this tall calm, is steadiness, a sense that nothing needs to change for peace to exist. You may notice how this calm begins to feel familiar. There is no instruction being given, no lesson spoken aloud. Yet the giraffe's presence suggests that rest does not always require letting go of awareness. Sometimes it is enough to soften within it, to allow the body to hold itself without effort, to let thoughts arrive and pass like distant sounds across the plain. The savanna accepts this tall stillness without comment. Grasses do not pause for the giraffe, nor does the giraffe pause for them. They share the same rhythm. In that shared pace, something quiet unfolds, a reminder that rest can be upright, open-eyed, and deeply real. As the evening deepens, the giraffe remains where it is, not waiting, not watching closely, simply resting in place. And as you remain here too, listening and breathing, you may begin to feel that same tall calm rising gently within you, steady, balanced, and unafraid to be still. As night settles more fully over the savanna, rest arrives in a quiet, unexpected way. It does not come as a long descent into deep sleep. Instead, it appears in gentle fragments, scattered like soft clouds across the darkening sky. For the giraffe, rest is not something held tightly. It is something visited briefly, returned to often, and trusted to be enough. A giraffe's sleep comes in small moments, minutes rather than hours. A light lowering of the head, a pause where the world seems to dim, just slightly. These moments do not rush in, and they do not linger beyond their welcome. They arrive calmly, then drift away, leaving behind a feeling of ease rather than exhaustion. The giraffe does not chase sleep. It allows sleep to come and go on its own terms. From a distance, it may not even look like sleeping at all. The giraffe may remain standing, eyes half closed, body steady and relaxed, or it may lower itself gently to the ground for a short while, folding long legs carefully beneath it, settling into the grass as if the earth itself were offering support. These pauses are brief, but they are complete. Nothing is missing from them. Nothing is forced. In the natural world, rest is not measured by duration alone. It is shaped by rhythm. The giraffe's rhythm is one of awareness and ease, alternating softly between watching and drifting. Each short nap blends seamlessly into wakefulness, leaving no sharp edges behind. There is no struggle between sleeping and waking. One simply flows into the other. This way of resting carries a quiet lesson, though it does not ask to be learned. It suggests that peace does not always require long stretches of unconsciousness. Sometimes, a few moments of true softness can restore more than hours spent trying to rest. The giraffe does not judge its sleep. It does not count minutes. It trusts its body to take what it needs. As you listen, you may begin to notice how comforting this idea feels. There is permission here, permission to rest lightly, permission to drift without committing fully, permission to let your mind wander, return, and wander again. Like the giraffe, you do not need to disappear into sleep all at once. You can approach it gradually in small, gentle steps. The savanna supports this rhythm. Night sounds rise and fall without pattern. Stars continue their slow movement overhead. The air remains cool and steady. Everything around the giraffe allows these brief naps to happen naturally, without interruption or expectation. And so, the giraffe rests in pieces, each one whole on its own. Short naps, long peace. As the night deepens, these small moments of rest begin to string together, forming a quiet tapestry of calm. You may find that your own rest begins to feel similar, arriving softly, staying briefly, and leaving behind a sense of ease that grows with every gentle pause. In the deepening calm of the savanna night, the giraffe remains standing, not out of effort, but out of familiarity. Upright rest is not a choice it makes in the moment. It is simply the way its body has learned to be at ease. Long legs form a steady foundation, spreading weight evenly across the ground. Nothing locks, nothing tightens. The posture holds itself like a structure that knows its balance without needing adjustment. Standing, for the giraffe, is not an action. It is a state. The body remains open, available to the world, yet untouched by its demands. Muscles engage only as much as they need to, then soften again. The spine follows a natural line, unforced and gentle. Even gravity seems less insistent here, as if the giraffe and the earth have quietly agreed to support one another. From this position, rest becomes subtle. The giraffe does not fold inward. It does not retreat. Instead, it relaxes outward, allowing the night air to pass along its sides, allowing awareness to remain without sharpness. Ears turn slowly, not searching, simply listening. Eyes close for moments at a time, opening again without urgency. There is no clear boundary between resting and waking. The two blend into a single, peaceful experience. This upright stillness carries a kind of quiet strength. Not the strength of holding firm against pressure, but the strength of remaining comfortable within one's shape. The giraffe does not resist its height. It does not attempt to become smaller. It rests fully as itself, tall and unhidden, trusting the stability of its form. As you imagine this, you may begin to notice how much effort we often associate with rest. We adjust, we search for the perfect position, we wait for stillness to arrive. But here, rest is already present. It exists within balance, within acceptance of how the body naturally wants to settle. The giraffe does not arrange itself for rest. It allows rest to arrive within its standing form. The savanna mirrors this ease. Trees remain upright through the night, leaves resting without falling. Grasses stand, bending only when the breeze passes through. Even the land seems to rest without lying down. Stillness does not require collapse. Calm does not require disappearance. You may allow this idea to reach you gently. There is no need to change how you are positioned. No need to shift or adjust. Rest can exist exactly where you are. Awareness can soften without fading. Like the giraffe, you can remain present and still feel supported. As the night deepens, the giraffe continues to stand, breathing slowly, untroubled by time. Upright, calm, and steady, it shows that rest can be a way of being, quiet, balanced, and deeply natural. In the soft darkness of the savanna night, the giraffe's eyes do not fully surrender to sleep. They close gently for a moment, then open again, unhurried and calm. This is not watchfulness shaped by worry. It is awareness that has learned to rest without tightening. The gaze drifts across the plain without searching, without expecting anything to happen. The giraffe's eyes are large and patient, taking in the wide world slowly. They do not scan, they receive. Light touches them lightly, starlight, moonlight, the pale reflection of grass. Each impression arrives, lingers briefly, and fades, leaving no trace behind. Awareness flows, but it does not accumulate. Nothing needs to be remembered. This way of seeing carries a softness that feels almost human in its comfort. The giraffe is present, but not alert in the way we often imagine alertness. There is no tension in its face, no narrowing of focus. Instead, attention remains wide and gentle, like a window left open to the night air. Sounds drift in through this openness as well. A distant call, a subtle shift in the grass, the steady rhythm of insects. None of them demand response. Science might describe this as a state of light sleep or quiet wakefulness, but here, those words feel less important. What matters is the feeling of it. Awareness without anxiety, presence without pressure. The giraffe's body remains relaxed even as its senses stay softly engaged. There is no conflict between resting and noticing. They exist together without effort. As you listen, you may find this idea settling into your own experience. You do not need to close your eyes tightly to begin resting. You do not need to force your thoughts to disappear. Like the giraffe, you can allow awareness to remain, simply becoming less concerned with what it notices. Thoughts may pass through, just as sounds pass across the savannah. They do not need to be followed. They do not need to be held. The night itself supports this state. Darkness here is not empty. It is full of gentle information, delivered slowly. The sky does not demand to be studied. The land does not require attention. Everything simply exists, offering itself and then moving on. In this environment, awareness naturally softens. The giraffe blinks slowly, lashes brushing the night. Its head remains upright, neck relaxed, body steady. It does not worry about missing anything. Trust moves quietly through its stillness. Trust in the land. Trust in the rhythm of night. Trust in its own ability to remain calm while aware. You may allow that same trust to reach you now. There is nothing you need to watch for, nothing you need to catch. Awareness can float, light and unburdened. Like the giraffe's eyes, your attention may remain open, yet peaceful, resting in the simple act of being here, breathing, and letting the night pass gently by. As the night spreads across the savannah, the giraffe is not alone in its quiet. Nearby, others stand at comfortable distances, forming a loose, unspoken arrangement across the grasslands. There is no clustering, no pressing together. Each giraffe holds its own space, yet all are connected through shared stillness. This is the rhythm of the herd, subtle, spacious, and calm. There is little movement among them. One shifts its weight gently. Another turns its head in a slow arc. These small motions ripple across the group without urgency, like a soft signal passed from one presence to another. No sound is needed. No instruction is given. The herd rests together simply by remaining aware of one another's quiet existence. In this shared calm, safety does not come from closeness alone. It comes from trust. Each giraffe relies on the other's calm awareness, not to watch closely, but to be present. The collective stillness becomes a kind of shelter, wide and open, without walls or edges. The savannah holds them all, and within that space, the herd finds ease. Resting together does not mean doing the same thing at the same time. Some giraffes drift into brief naps, heads lowering slightly before rising again. Others remain fully upright, eyes open, breathing slow and even. These differences do not disrupt the rhythm. They enrich it. Each individual follows its own quiet pattern, and the herd adjusts without comment. This gentle cooperation extends beyond the giraffes themselves. The night air moves freely among them. The grasses bend and rise again. Insects hum in steady waves. Everything participates in the same slow tempo. Nothing leads, nothing follows. The rhythm exists on its own, and all simply move within it. You may begin to sense how comforting this togetherness feels, even without interaction. There is no expectation to speak or respond. Presence alone is enough. The herd does not demand attention from its members. It offers companionship without obligation. In this way, rest becomes something shared, even in silence. As you listen, you may imagine yourself within a similar circle of quiet presence, not surrounded closely, but gently accompanied, a sense that you are not isolated, even as you rest inwardly. Like the giraffes, you are allowed to occupy your own space while still feeling supported by the calm around you. The night deepens, and the herd remains steady. Their tall shapes form a quiet pattern against the darkening sky. No one signals the moment to rest more deeply. It happens naturally, in waves, together yet independent, silent yet connected. In this rhythm of the herd, rest becomes expansive. It stretches beyond the individual body and into the shared space of the savanna. And as you breathe slowly, listening, you may feel that same gentle rhythm carrying you, held by quiet companionship, resting without effort, and drifting softly through the night. Across the savanna, acacia trees stand with a quiet familiarity, their wide, flat canopies stretching gently into the night sky. They do not reach upward in urgency. They simply hold their shape, offering balance between earth and air. Beneath these trees, the giraffe often lingers, not for shelter alone, but for the sense of belonging they provide. The acacia is not a refuge from the night. It is a companion within it. The leaves above barely move, stirring only when the breeze remembers them. Their shadows rest lightly across the giraffe's patterned coat, blending spots with branches, animal with tree. In this mingling of forms, boundaries soften. The giraffe does not stand apart from the landscape. It becomes part of a familiar scene repeated night after night, season after season. The acacia has watched many evenings arrive this way. It has stood through countless sunsets, through the slow turning of stars, through quiet migrations and gentle returns. It holds memory without clinging to it. Each night is accepted as it comes, complete on its own. Beneath its canopy, time feels less linear, more like a circle that turns without hurry. For the giraffe, this presence is comforting. The tree's silhouette breaks the vastness of the open sky, offering a soft frame for rest. The branches above create a sense of closeness without enclosure. There is room to breathe here, room to stand tall without feeling exposed. The giraffe's head lifts and lowers slightly, moving in rhythm with the leaves in the air. Science might speak of feeding habits and ecological relationships, of leaves shaped by browsing and trunks marked by generations of use. But in this moment, such details feel distant. What matters is the quiet exchange between tree and animal. The acacia offers its steady presence. The giraffe offers its patience. Neither asks anything of the other. As you imagine this scene, You may notice how grounding it feels. Trees have a way of calming the space around them. Their stillness is deep and practiced. Beneath a tree, even thoughts seem to slow. The giraffe rests not because it is hidden, but because it is held within something familiar and constant. The night continues to deepen. Stars brighten between the branches. The acacia remains where it has always been, witnessing without watching. The giraffe stands beneath it, breathing slowly, content to share the same quiet. You may allow yourself to rest here too, beneath this imagined canopy. There is nothing you need to do, nothing you need to decide. Like the giraffe and the tree, you are simply present together in the night. Steady, unhurried, and gently at ease as the story flows onward. As darkness settles fully across the savannah, the land begins to speak more softly. The loudness of the day has already faded, leaving behind a quieter language made of pauses and gentle repetitions. Sounds do not disappear at night. They simply change their shape, becoming slower, rounder, and less demanding of attention. Insects begin their steady chorus, each tone small on its own, yet soothing together. The rhythm is unhurried, like breathing shared across the plain. Somewhere in the distance, a single call rises and fades, never echoing too long. Hooves shift lightly in the grass. Leaves brush against one another above, barely audible, as if careful not to disturb the stillness they help create. The giraffe stands within this soundscape without reacting. Its ears turn slightly, receiving the night's offerings with ease. There is no startle, no sharp listening. Sounds arrive and pass through awareness like water moving across smooth stone. The giraffe does not follow them. It allows them to exist without commentary. The savannah itself seems to listen in the same way. Open space absorbs noise, softening its edges. Nothing here competes to be heard. Each sound knows its place and stays within it. Silence is not empty between these moments. It is full, wide, and welcoming, holding everything gently. As you listen now, you may notice how your own awareness begins to respond. The mind does not need to chase each sound. It can rest among them, letting them form a gentle background rather than a series of events. The steady rhythm of insects may blend with your breathing. Distant sounds may feel less like interruptions and more like reminders that the world continues calmly around you. This is the sound of a place that has settled into night, not asleep, but at ease. The giraffe remains upright, body relaxed, eyes half closed, surrounded by this low, even murmur. Each breath it takes moves quietly through the still air, unnoticed and complete. There's no single sound to focus on here. The savannah does not offer a focal point. Instead, it offers a field of calm noise where attention can wander without direction. If your thoughts drift, they are welcome. If they pause, that is welcome too. Nothing needs correction. As the night deepens, some sounds fade while others remain, shifting gently like patterns in the grass. The world continues to lower its voice, inviting everything within it to do the same. You may feel this invitation reaching you now, an easing of inner noise, a softening of focus. The giraffe stands quietly, held by this gentle symphony. The savannah hums, not to entertain, but to comfort. And in this shared hush, you may find your own thoughts settling, your breath slowing, and the night unfolding around you with quiet patience. In the quiet hours of the savanna night, breathing becomes something that is no longer noticed, yet deeply felt. The giraffe stands still, its chest rising and falling in a slow, steady rhythm that seems to belong as much to the land as to the body itself. Each breath arrives without effort, fills gently, and then leaves just as calmly, returning to the open air. This breathing is not guided or controlled. It follows the pace of the environment. As the temperature cools, the air feels smoother, easier to draw in. The giraffe's lungs expand fully within a wide frame, then release, unhurried. There is no pause that feels tense, no exhale that feels rushed. Breath simply continues, matching the quiet tempo of night. Across the savanna, the land breathes in its own way. Warmth lifts slowly from the ground. Grass releases the heat it gathered during the day. The breeze moves in soft pulses, not constant, not absent, appearing when needed, then resting again. Everything seems to rise and fall together as if guided by the same invisible rhythm. The giraffe does not think about breathing. It does not adjust or check its pace. The body knows what to do when the surroundings are calm. Muscles soften as oxygen moves through them. The neck remains relaxed. Even the heart settles into a smooth, reliable pattern. Steady and quiet beneath the spotted coat. You may notice how comforting this image feels. Breathing that does not ask for attention. Breathing that happens naturally when there is nothing to resist. As you listen, your own breath may begin to slow, not because you are trying to change it, but because the story allows space for it to do so. In calm environments, the body remembers how to rest. There is no instruction here to breathe deeply or evenly. There is only an invitation to notice how breath behaves when it is left alone. Perhaps it lengthens slightly. Perhaps it becomes softer at the edges. Perhaps it simply continues, steady and familiar. All of these are welcome. The giraffe remains upright, breathing with the land rather than against it. Each inhale feels like a quiet agreement with the night. Each exhale feels like a release, not of tension, but of the need to hold anything at all. Awareness stays present, yet light, resting on the rhythm rather than directing it. As the stars continue their slow movement overhead, this shared breathing carries on. The savanna does not hurry the night forward. It allows it to unfold breath by breath. The giraffe stands within this unfolding, supported by the ground beneath and the air around. You may allow yourself to do the same. There is nothing to improve in this moment, nothing to regulate. Breath knows how to move when given permission. Like the giraffe, you can remain still and let the rhythm of the land carry you, slowly, gently, and without effort, deeper into rest as the night continues on. In the quiet of the savanna night, the giraffe's body appears almost sculpted from calm. Its size, so striking in daylight, now feels softened by stillness. Long muscles rest beneath the patterned coat, not tightened or braced, but gently supportive, like ropes laid loosely in place. Nothing pulls, nothing resists. The body holds itself with a confidence that comes from familiarity rather than effort. The giraffe's strength is not loud. It does not announce itself through movement. Instead, it reveals itself through ease. Muscles that carry great height and weight have learned when to work and when to release. They do not remain engaged without reason. As the night deepens, these muscles allow gravity to do its part, sharing the task rather than opposing it. Standing still, the giraffe's legs form steady columns, aligned and balanced. Tiny adjustments happen quietly, barely visible shifts that keep everything comfortable. These movements are not reactions. They are gentle conversations between muscle, bone, and ground. The earth responds by offering support, and the body accepts it without hesitation. Along the giraffe's long neck, muscles soften into a natural curve. The neck does not strain upward. It settles into its shape, held by a lifetime of quiet adaptation. This part of the body, so often admired for its reach, now becomes a place of rest. The head lowers slightly, then steadies, floating comfortably above the shoulders. Science might describe these muscles in terms of fibers and function, of endurance and structure. But here, those details dissolve into a simpler truth. This body has learned how to relax because it belongs to a world that allows it to. There's space here, space to stand without tension, space to be large without being heavy. As you listen, you may begin to notice how your own body responds to this image. Muscles that have been holding without realizing it may soften just a little. Not because you ask them to, but because the atmosphere invites it. Shoulders may lower, the jaw may rest more easily. Even the space around your eyes may feel gentler. The giraffe does not check its posture. It does not correct or refine. It trusts the intelligence within its body, an intelligence shaped by countless quiet nights like this one. Stillness is not something it achieves. It is something it allows. The savanna mirrors this relaxation. Trees do not hold themselves upright through effort. Grass does not strain to stand. Everything rests into its form, supported by the balance of the environment. Strength here is not separate from softness. The two exist together without conflict. As the night continues, the giraffe remains tall, calm, and at ease. Its muscles do exactly what they need to do, and nothing more. In this gentle efficiency, there is a sense of peace that spreads outward, touching the land and the air. You may let that peace reach you now. There is no need to adjust your body, no need to search for the perfect position. Like the giraffe, you can trust that your body knows how to settle when it is given time and quiet. Rest arrives naturally, carried on the slow understanding that strength and relaxation are not opposites, but companions in the stillness of the night. As the savanna settles into night, feeding becomes a quieter, more deliberate act. The giraffe moves toward the acacia with unhurried grace, each step placed gently, as if the ground itself is guiding the motion. There is no rush to gather food. Night offers plenty of time, and the giraffe accepts this gift without question. Beneath the starlit sky, long necks extend upward and outward, reaching into familiar branches. Leaves are chosen carefully, not by urgency, but by ease. The giraffe's lips and tongue move slowly, wrapping around clusters of leaves with practiced gentleness. Each motion is smooth, almost rhythmic, like a repeated gesture learned over many quiet evenings. The act of eating here feels more like meditation than necessity. Chewing happens steadily, evenly, without haste. Sounds are soft and regular, blending into the night rather than interrupting it. The giraffe does not multitask. It eats, and in doing so, remains fully present with the simple experience of nourishment. Science might explain the length of the tongue, the shape of the teeth, or the digestive process that follows. But in this moment, those details fade into the background. What stands out instead is the pace. Feeding unfolds at the same speed as the night itself, slow, consistent, and forgiving. Between bites, the giraffe pauses. It lifts its head slightly, not to watch or scan, but to rest. The pause is not empty. It is part of the rhythm. Breath moves in and out. Muscles soften again. The world remains calm. Then, without planning, the next movement arrives. This slow exchange between eating and resting continues for long stretches of time. There is no clear beginning and end. Nourishment flows gently into the body, supporting the quiet work of resting muscles and steady breathing. The giraffe does not separate feeding from rest. The two exist together, woven into the same peaceful rhythm. As you imagine this scene, you may notice how comforting this pace feels. Eating without hurry, pausing without guilt, allowing the body to receive what it needs without pressure. It is a reminder that nourishment, like rest, does not need to be rushed to be effective. The acacia tree remains still above, offering leaves freely without keeping count. The stars continue their slow movement overhead. The giraffe stands beneath them, feeding and resting in equal measure, supported by a night that asks for nothing in return. You may allow this quiet rhythm to carry you as well. There is no need to think ahead, no need to complete anything. Like the giraffe, you are free to move slowly, to pause often, and to let each small moment be enough. Under the stars, feeding becomes gentle, rest becomes continuous, and the night continues to unfold, one unhurried breath and one soft movement at a time. Hidden beneath the giraffe's patterned coat, within the wide space of its chest, a steady rhythm continues through the night. The heart works without announcement, sending life upward through a long body with patience and care. Each beat is measured, even, and calm, as if it has learned the pace of the savanna itself. This heart does not hurry. It does not push. It moves blood upward and downward through the giraffe's tall frame in a way that feels smooth rather than forceful. The rhythm remains consistent, whether the giraffe is feeding, resting, or standing quietly beneath the stars. Nothing about it feels strained. It simply continues, reliable and soft in its persistence. Science might marvel at the strength required to support such height, at the systems that keep balance and flow steady. But here, those marvels feel less like complexity and more like quiet harmony. The heart does not compete with gravity. It cooperates with it. Each beat finds its place, then releases, trusting the next one to arrive on its own. As the giraffe stands still, breathing slowly, the heart settles into a pattern that feels almost meditative. Beat follows beat, spaced evenly, without interruption. The body responds by softening further. Muscles relax. Awareness remains gentle. There is no sense of effort moving through this internal work. It is simply happening, as naturally as the stars moving across the sky. You may notice how comforting this idea feels. The notion that something within the body can work steadily without drawing attention. The heart does not ask to be noticed. It does not demand care in this moment. It knows what to do, and it does it quietly. There is reassurance in this unseen reliability. As you listen, your own heartbeat may feel more noticeable, not louder, but steadier. Not something to monitor, but something to trust. Like the giraffe's heart, it continues on its own rhythm, unaffected by thoughts or expectations. In the calm of night, it becomes part of the background, supporting rest rather than interrupting it. The savanna mirrors this internal steadiness. The land holds its shape. The trees remain upright. The night unfolds without disruption. Everything moves according to rhythms that do not need guidance. The giraffe stands within this harmony, its heart quietly matching the pace of the world around it. There is no climax here, no peak moment, just continuity. Beat after beat, breath after breath. The giraffe remains tall and calm, supported from within by a rhythm that never asks for attention. You may allow yourself to rest in that same trust. There is nothing you need to manage inside your body. The systems that support you are already at work, quietly and patiently. Like the giraffe's heart beneath the starlit chest, they continue without effort, carrying you gently through the night as the story moves onward in calm, unbroken flow. When you look at a giraffe in the quiet of the savanna night, the long curve of its neck feels less like an adaptation and more like a horizon rising gently from the earth. It does not appear dramatic here. It appears natural, as if it has always belonged to the shape of the land. The neck extends upward in a slow, unbroken line, carrying the head into the open air with ease. This length did not arrive suddenly. It was shaped over time, measured in countless calm moments, in gradual changes that never hurried. Each small shift, each subtle extension, blended seamlessly into the next. Evolution here feels less like transformation and more like patience, a quiet listening between body and environment, repeated again and again until the form felt right. The giraffe's neck holds no sense of effort. It does not strain to reach. It does not appear heavy. Supported by strong yet relaxed muscles, it balances naturally, moving only when needed. In rest, it becomes almost still, a gentle arc against the sky. In this stillness, the neck tells a story without words, a story of time unfolding at its own pace. Science often describes evolution through change and adaptation, but in this moment, it feels more like continuity. The neck is not a solution to a problem. It is a conversation with the land, ongoing and unforced. Leaves grew higher. Bodies followed slowly. Nothing rushed, nothing resisted. As you imagine this, you may notice how calming it feels to think in such long spans of time. There is no urgency here, no pressure to arrive. The giraffe did not need to know where it was going. It simply became what the world gently encouraged it to be. The horizon-like line of the neck mirrors the savanna itself, wide, open, and patient. It invites the eye to travel upward without tension, then rest. There is space in this shape, space for breath, space for pause, space for simply being present beneath the stars. You may allow this idea to soften your own sense of time. There is no need to resolve anything tonight, no need to progress or improve. Like the giraffe's neck, growth can be gradual, almost unnoticeable in the moment. Rest can happen even as life continues to unfold quietly. The giraffe stands still, neck rising gently into the dark sky, head calm and untroubled. It does not reflect on its form. It simply carries it with ease. The land accepts this shape as part of itself, just another line in the larger landscape. As the night deepens, the horizon remains steady. The giraffe remains calm. And in this meeting of shape and time, there is a peaceful reminder that everything meaningful can take as long as it needs. You may rest within that understanding now, letting time stretch softly around you, unbroken and kind. As the moon rises higher over the savannah, its light spreads gently across the land, touching everything without choosing. When it reaches the giraffe, it does not reveal the body all at once. Instead, it moves slowly across the patterned coat, softening edges and blending colors into the night. The familiar spots seem to dissolve slightly, merging with shadow and air. Each patch of color holds a different shade of darkness, and under moonlight, these differences become subtle rather than sharp. The giraffe's coat no longer stands out. It settles into the landscape, echoing the textures of bark, leaf, and grass. Pattern becomes camouflage, not through concealment, but through harmony. Nothing hides. Everything simply belongs. The giraffe remains still as light and shadow drift across its body. The moon does not rush. Clouds may pass slowly, changing the brightness without drama. With each small shift, the coat appears to change as well, never fixed, always gentle. It is as if the giraffe wears the night itself, wrapped in moving shades of calm. Science might explain how these patterns help the giraffe blend into its environment, how shapes and colors soften outlines. But here, the effect feels less practical and more poetic. The spots do not exist to disappear the giraffe. They exist to help it rest within the world, visually connected to everything around it. As you imagine this scene, you may feel your own sense of separation soften. Under low light, details blur, edges fade. The world becomes less defined, less demanding. Just as the giraffe's coat melts into the darkness, thoughts may begin to lose their sharp outlines, becoming softer, easier to hold. The savannah welcomes this blending. Trees become silhouettes. Grass turns into waves of gray and blue. Even the sky feels deeper and closer, as if lowering itself to meet the land. In this shared dimness, nothing needs to stand apart. The giraffe breathes slowly, untroubled by how it appears. There is no self-awareness here, no concern for visibility. The body simply exists as part of the night's pattern. Moonlight rests on its back, then moves on, leaving no trace behind. You may allow yourself to blend in this way as well. There is no need to define yourself clearly in this moment. No need to hold sharp thoughts or clear images. You are allowed to soften, to become less outlined, to rest within the dim comfort of the night. As the moon continues its quiet path, the giraffe remains where it is, patterns shifting gently with the light. Darkness does not erase it, it embraces it. And in that embrace, rest deepens, not by retreating, but by becoming part of the calm that surrounds everything. In the calm hours of the savannah night, communication becomes quiet and subtle. There are no calls exchanged, no gestures made to be noticed. Instead, meaning travels through posture, through the way a body holds itself in space. The giraffe speaks in this silent language, its still form carrying messages without sound. The angle of the neck, the distribution of weight through long legs, the gentle curve of the back, all of these express ease. Nothing in the giraffe's stance suggests tension or readiness. The body is open, balanced, and unguarded. This posture tells the night that all is well, that there is no need for alarm or movement. Other giraffes sense this without looking directly. They feel it through shared presence. A relaxed stance invites relaxation in return. Calm spreads not through action, but through being. The herd's collective stillness becomes a quiet agreement, an unspoken understanding that rest is allowed here. Even the smallest adjustments carry meaning. A slow shift of weight signals comfort. A lowered head suggests drifting rest. These movements are not deliberate messages. They are natural expressions of how the body feels in the moment. The night receives them gently, without response. Science might describe posture as a physical state, something measurable and functional. But in this setting, posture becomes expression. The giraffe's body communicates safety not by what it does, but by what it does not do. There is no bracing, no alert stiffness, just quiet alignment with the environment. As you listen, you may begin to notice your own posture. Without changing anything, you might sense how your body is holding itself. Perhaps there is space to soften slightly, to let gravity take more of the weight. Like the giraffe, you do not need to announce your rest. Your body can express it on its own. The savanna responds to this quiet language as well. Trees remain upright but relaxed. Grasses lean and rise without urgency. The land itself seems to hold a posture of ease, mirroring the animals within it. Everything aligns in a shared stillness. The giraffe remains in place, posture steady and calm. It does not shift to communicate. It does not adjust to be understood. The message is already clear. Stillness here is safe. Rest is welcome. You may allow your own body to speak in this gentle way now. There is no need to move or correct. Simply existing as you are is enough. Like the giraffe, your posture can soften naturally, telling the night and yourself that it is okay to rest. As the story continues, this quiet language remains, flowing through the savanna without sound, carried by bodies at ease, speaking calmly into the night. In the gentle quiet of the savanna night, young giraffe calves remain close to the adults, not guided by instruction, but by observation. There are no lessons given, no signals calling for attention. Calm is learned here through presence alone. The calves watch the slow movements, the steady posture, the unhurried breathing, and without effort, they begin to mirror it. A calf stands beside its parent, legs still a little uncertain, body lighter and more restless by nature. Yet as the night deepens, its movements soften. It pauses more often. Its head lowers slightly. The rhythm of the adult nearby offers reassurance, not through protection, but through steadiness. Rest becomes something shared, something felt rather than explained. The adults do not correct or guide. They simply remain calm. In this quiet environment, calm itself becomes the teacher. The calf learns that nothing is being asked of it, that there is no need to move quickly or remain alert. The savanna holds them both, and within that space, stillness feels natural. This way of learning is slow and gentle. It unfolds over many nights, in small, repeated moments. The calf notices how adults rest standing, how they pause between movements, how awareness remains soft. Over time, these patterns become familiar. The body learns what the mind does not need to understand. Science may speak of instinct and development, but here it feels more like imitation guided by trust. Calm is passed along not as information, but as atmosphere. The night itself supports this learning, offering quiet, space, and consistency. As you imagine this scene, you may feel a sense of tenderness in it. There is comfort in knowing that calm can be learned simply by being near it, that rest does not require effort or instruction. It can be absorbed, slowly and gently, through shared experience. The calf remains close, sometimes shifting, sometimes still, always welcomed in its movements. There is no expectation to match the adult perfectly. Rest arrives gradually, at its own pace. The night does not rush learning. It allows it to unfold naturally. You may allow this idea to settle within you as well. There is no need to know how to rest perfectly. Like the calf, you can learn by simply staying close to calm, by listening, by breathing, by allowing stillness to exist nearby. The giraffes remain together beneath the stars, adults steady, calves learning through quiet presence. No words are exchanged, none are needed. Calm passes gently from one body to another, carried by the shared rhythm of the night and resting softly in the space between them. As the night deepens, the temperature of the savanna shifts almost imperceptibly. Warmth held in the ground during the day slowly releases into the air, and the breeze becomes cooler, smoother, and more even. The change is gentle, not sudden, and the giraffe receives it without reaction, as though the body has been waiting for this balance all along. The giraffe's coat responds quietly to the cooling air. Short fur lies flat against the skin, offering just enough insulation to keep the body comfortable. There is no sense of guarding against the night. The coat does not trap heat aggressively. It allows warmth to remain while still letting the skin feel the subtle movement of air. The giraffe exists at a comfortable middle point between warmth and coolness. A breeze passes through the savanna in slow waves, bending grass lightly and brushing against the giraffe's side. The sensation is brief and unremarkable, yet soothing. The body does not tense. It accepts the touch and releases it. Each passing breath of wind feels like a quiet acknowledgement from the land. This exchange between environment and body happens continuously, without attention. Temperature adjusts, air flows, fur responds. The giraffe does not monitor these changes. It trusts the night to remain gentle. Comfort here is not something maintained through effort. It is something allowed to happen through balance. As you imagine this, you may notice how sensitive the body can be to small changes when it is calm. A slight coolness can feel refreshing rather than uncomfortable. A light breeze can feel reassuring rather than distracting. When nothing is resisted, sensations soften. The savanna seems to understand this balance. It does not cool the night too quickly. It does not hold on to heat unnecessarily. Everything shifts at a pace that allows bodies to adjust naturally. Trees stand still, leaves whispering only when the air moves through them. The land settles into a temperature that invites rest. The giraffe remains tall and relaxed, skin warmed just enough by its own steady rhythm. The coat carries the night's touch lightly, never clinging to it. Breath moves in and out, unbothered by the changes around it. You may allow yourself to feel this gentle exchange as well. There is no need to analyze how warm or cool you feel. Simply noticing the sensation is enough. Like the giraffe, you can let your body find its own comfort without guidance. As the breeze continues to pass softly across the savanna, the giraffe stands quietly within it, perfectly at ease. The night touches the skin, then moves on. And in this constant, gentle conversation between body and world, rest deepens naturally, carried by air, temperature, and the quiet patience of the land. In the wide openness of the savanna, stillness carries a quiet wisdom. It is not the absence of life or awareness, but a gentle choice shaped over long stretches of time. The giraffe understands this without thinking. As night settles, it does not seek to move more or do more. It allows stillness to take its place naturally, like a familiar companion arriving at just the right hour. Standing quietly, the giraffe conserves its energy without effort. Muscles remain engaged only as much as they need to be, then soften again. Movements become fewer, smoother, and more intentional. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is withheld. The body rests within its own efficiency, trusting that this calm way of being is enough. In the natural world, survival is often imagined as constant action, as alertness and response. But here, survival looks like patience. It looks like knowing when to pause. The giraffe does not rush through the night. It does not fill the hours with motion. Instead, it allows the night to pass gently around it, conserving strength through quiet presence. Science may describe this as energy conservation, as a way of supporting a large body through long cycles of day and night. Yet in this moment, it feels less technical and more intuitive. Stillness becomes a form of care. By doing less, the giraffe supports its body, its breath, and its steady internal rhythms. The savanna mirrors this approach. Grasses stop swaying when the wind rests. Insects pause between sounds. Even the air seems to hold itself lightly, moving only when needed. Everything understands that stillness has its own purpose. Nothing pushes against it. As you imagine this scene, you may begin to sense how unfamiliar this idea can feel. We are often taught that doing more leads to balance, that activity keeps us steady. But the giraffe shows another way. Here, balance comes from restraint, from allowing the body and mind to remain quiet without guilt or expectation. You do not need to achieve stillness. You do not need to hold it tightly. Like the giraffe, you can simply allow movement to slow when it is ready. Thoughts may drift in and out. Sensations may rise and fall. None of this disrupts rest. Stillness is flexible here. It adjusts gently without breaking. The giraffe remains upright, breathing slowly, energy preserved through calm awareness. It does not feel the need to check its surroundings constantly. Trust flows quietly between body and land. The night offers safety through its softness, and the giraffe accepts it fully. You may allow this same trust to reach you now. There is nothing you need to do to rest properly. Sometimes, doing less truly is enough. By allowing stillness to exist, you give space for renewal without effort. As the night continues, the giraffe stands quietly, supported by the simple truth that rest does not always require action. In the stillness of the savannah, survival and serenity meet, carried gently by patience, balance, and the quiet strength of doing less. On the savannah, time does not announce itself with numbers or signals. It moves quietly, measured by the slow shifting of light and the lengthening of shadows. For the giraffe, there is no sense of hours passing or moments being counted. There's only the gentle awareness of change, subtle, steady, and unhurried. As night deepens, the giraffe does not notice time as something separate. It feels it instead. The sky darkens by degrees. Stars appear one by one, never all at once. The air cools slightly, then settles. These changes do not demand attention. They simply happen, and the giraffe adjusts without effort, guided by comfort rather than schedule. Rest unfolds in this same way. It does not begin at a specific moment. It grows gradually, like darkness spreading across the plain. A pause becomes a longer pause. Stillness becomes familiar. Awareness softens, then steadies again. Time stretches gently, losing its edges. The giraffe lives by these natural cues, by when the light fades enough to invite calm, by when the land grows quiet enough to support rest. There's no anticipation of what comes next. The body responds only to what is present. In this way, time becomes spacious rather than pressing. The savannah itself follows this rhythm. Trees do not hurry toward night. Grass does not rush toward morning. Everything unfolds at the pace it has always known. This slow movement creates a sense of trust. Nothing is late, nothing is early. Each moment arrives exactly when it is ready. As you listen, you may notice how comforting it feels to imagine time without measurement. There is no need to track how long you have been resting. No need to wonder what comes next. Like the giraffe, you can allow yourself to exist within the present pause, letting moments blend together softly. Thoughts, too, may begin to loosen their sense of sequence. One may drift in, then drift away, replaced by another, or by nothing at all. This is not confusion. It is spaciousness. Time here is not something to manage. It is something to move within. The giraffe stands calmly beneath the stars, unaware of hours, unconcerned with duration. Its rest deepens not because enough time has passed, but because the night has gently made room for it. Breath follows breath. Stillness follows stillness. You may allow yourself to enter this same rhythm now. There is nowhere you need to be, nothing you need to prepare for. Time can slow, soften, and widen around you. As the savannah continues its quiet turning, the giraffe remains present, resting within a world that keeps time by light, shadow, and pause. And in that unmeasured flow, rest becomes natural, continuous, and deeply kind. As the savannah settles into its deepest quiet, awareness spreads softly across the open land. It does not concentrate in one place. It does not sharpen or narrow. Instead, it exists everywhere at once, light and evenly distributed, like moonlight resting on grass. The giraffe stands within this shared awareness, neither alone nor focused, simply part of a calm, listening whole. Nearby, other animals occupy their own small circles of stillness. They do not look toward one another, yet they remain quietly connected. Awareness here is not an act of watching closely. It is a gentle readiness, relaxed and unstrained. The night does not ask anyone to remain alert. It simply invites presence. The giraffe's ears turn slowly now and then, not in response to any particular sound, but as part of a natural rhythm. A distant movement might pass through the air, barely noticeable. The body receives it, then releases it. There's no ripple of reaction. Awareness remains smooth and wide, unbroken by concern. This kind of shared awareness feels almost like a conversation without words. Each animal senses that others are present, resting, breathing, existing peacefully. No one takes responsibility for the whole. No one withdraws completely. The balance holds itself. The savanna supports this state effortlessly. Open space allows sound to fade quickly. Darkness softens outlines. The night does not hide what is there, but it removes the need to examine it. Everything becomes simpler. Everything becomes quieter. As you imagine this scene, you may feel how different this awareness is from vigilance. There is no tension here, no anticipation. Awareness floats gently, like a thought that does not need to be finished. You are allowed to notice without engaging, to remain present without effort. The giraffe continues to stand, posture relaxed, breathing steady. Its awareness drifts outward, touching the land lightly, then returning inward just as softly. Nothing pulls it in either direction. The body and the night share the same calm attention. You may allow your own awareness to soften in this way. There is no need to focus on any single sound or sensation. You can let your attention spread gently, then rest. Like the giraffe, you can share awareness with the space around you without holding on to it. As the night continues its slow passage, this gentle watch remains, not a guard, not a lookout, but a quiet understanding that all is well. The savanna rests within itself, and the giraffe rests within it, supported by the calm knowledge that nothing needs to change. In this shared awareness, rest deepens naturally. The night holds everything evenly, and you are welcome to rest within that balance, breathing softly, listening lightly, and allowing the world to remain just as it is. As the night settles fully into place, the savanna seems to take on a life of its own, one defined not by motion, but by rhythm. The land breathes in broad, patient waves. Warmth rises gently from the soil, then fades. Air moves slowly across open grasslands, touching trees and animals alike before drifting onward. Nothing interrupts this rhythm. Nothing competes with it. From this wide perspective, the giraffe feels less like an individual presence and more like a natural extension of the landscape. Its tall form mirrors the quiet rise of the trees. Its stillness matches the long pauses between breaths of wind. Standing here, the giraffe belongs to the savanna, in the same way the stars belong to the sky, not as additions, but as parts of a whole. Movement, when it occurs, is minimal and meaningful. Grass bends slightly, then returns. Leaves whisper briefly, then grow still again. A distant shape shifts and settles. These movements do not signal change or urgency. They are simply the land adjusting, breathing comfortably within itself. The giraffe responds to these shifts without effort. Its body sways almost imperceptibly with the breeze, maintaining balance through relaxation rather than control. Breath aligns naturally with the environment, slow, even, and unforced. The body does not separate itself from the rhythm of the land, it joins it. Science might describe ecosystems as networks of interaction, but here, the experience feels simpler. It feels like companionship. The savanna does not demand awareness, it offers it. It does not ask for movement, it allows it. Everything exists in quiet cooperation, sharing space without conflict. As you listen, you may begin to sense this large, gentle breathing around you. The idea of a landscape breathing can feel comforting, as if the world itself is alive in a calm, reliable way. There is reassurance in knowing that even vast spaces move slowly, carefully, and with balance. You may allow your own breathing to fall into this pattern, not by guiding it, but by noticing it. Each inhale feels like the land drawing in softly. Each exhale feels like release, spreading outward without effort. There is no need to match anything perfectly. Simply being aware is enough. The giraffe remains still as this rhythm continues. It does not mark the passing of time. It does not anticipate what comes next. It stands within the breathing savanna, supported by a world that knows how to move slowly. As this exploration journey comes to a close, the view widens. The giraffe, the trees, the grass, the air all participate in the same gentle motion. Large landscapes, slow movements, and within this calm, you may find yourself feeling smaller in the most comforting way, held by a vast, patient world that breathes steadily through the night. As the night deepens, the savanna begins to feel less like a place you move through, and more like a presence that holds memory. Not memory in words or images, but in layers of quiet familiarity. The ground has known countless evenings like this one. The trees have felt many nights settle gently across their branches, and standing among them, the giraffe becomes part of that long remembering. Tall places carry time differently. From the height of a giraffe's gaze, the land stretches wide and calm. Its changes slow and subtle. Hills do not rush. Grasslands do not insist on attention. They remember through continuity, through staying, through returning, through allowing each night to arrive as it always has. The savanna remembers by being itself. The giraffe stands where others have stood before. Generations have paused beneath these same skies, breathing the same cooling air, listening to the same low chorus of insects. Nothing marks these moments as special, yet they gather quietly, forming a deep sense of belonging. Memory here is not stored, it is lived. Acacia trees hold this memory in their shape. Their branches grow outward slowly, responding to years of light and wind. They do not record time, they express it. Each curve and angle carries the patience of seasons passing without urgency. Beneath them, the giraffe rests, its tall form echoing that same patience. Science might say that landscapes change gradually, shaped by climate and movement. But at night, those explanations soften into something more felt than understood. The land seems aware in a quiet way, not watching, not thinking, simply holding the continuity of what has always been. The savanna remembers because it does not need to forget. As you imagine this, you may feel a gentle reassurance. There is comfort in knowing that places can remember calm, that stillness can be part of a long story rather than a brief pause. The giraffe does not carry its past consciously, yet it stands within it. The land recognizes this presence, familiar and unremarkable in the best way. Your own presence can be like this too. You do not need to recall everything you have experienced. You do not need to organize it. Like the savanna, you can hold memory as atmosphere rather than detail. Calm moments accumulate quietly, shaping you without demand. The night continues to spread evenly. Stars hold their places. The land remains open and patient. The giraffe breathes slowly, tall and relaxed, supported by a place that has held countless breaths before. In this moment, the savanna remembers rest. It remembers nights when nothing was required. It remembers stillness as something natural and recurring. And as you rest here too, listening and breathing, you become part of that memory, not as a record, but as a continuation. The tall places remember by remaining. The land remembers by allowing. And within that quiet remembering, rest deepens gently, carried forward by a world that has always known how to be still. In the wide openness of the savanna, intelligence does not announce itself. It does not gather or display. It exists quietly, woven into the way the land holds together without effort. There are no instructions written across the grasslands, no signals flashing in the night. Yet everything knows where it belongs, and everything moves in ways that feel balanced and calm. The giraffe stands within this quiet wisdom, guided not by thought, understanding, or decision, but by an instinct shaped through time. It knows when to feed, when to pause, when to remain still. This knowing does not feel active. It feels like trust. The body responds to the world gently, without hesitation or confusion. Around the giraffe, the savanna expresses this same intelligence. Trees grow at distances that allow light to reach the grass below. Grasses rise and fall with seasons, never clinging too tightly to one moment. Insects sing at night, then fall silent again without instruction. Each part of the ecosystem follows a pattern that does not need explanation to work. Science often describes intelligence as problem-solving, as response and adaptation. But here, intelligence feels more like cooperation. The land does not solve itself, it supports itself. Everything adjusts slowly, quietly, in small ways that do not disturb the whole. The giraffe's presence reflects this. It does not react sharply to small changes. A breeze passes. The body sways slightly, then steadies. A sound drifts across the plain. The ears turn, then relax again. Awareness exists without fixation. Action arises only when needed, and even then, it remains gentle. As you imagine this, you may feel how restful this kind of intelligence is. There is no need to analyze or plan. There is no pressure to improve or optimize. The world here works because it allows itself to. Balance is maintained through listening rather than control. You may allow this idea to reach you now. You do not need to solve anything tonight. You do not need to understand every feeling or thought. Like the savanna, you can trust that things know how to settle when given space. quiet wisdom unfolds naturally when noise fades. The giraffe remains upright, breathing slowly, guided by this silent intelligence. It does not try to be efficient or alert. It simply exists within a system that supports it without asking anything in return. The night deepens, and the open spaces remain calm. Nothing demands explanation. Nothing seeks attention. Intelligence continues quietly, expressed through balance, patience, and the gentle cooperation of everything present. As you rest within this stillness, you may find comfort in letting go of the need to think clearly or act deliberately. In open spaces, wisdom does not hurry. It rests. And in that resting, it carries you gently forward into deeper calm, supported by a world that knows how to be without noise. In the quiet flow of the savanna night, adaptation does not feel like change. It feels like listening. The giraffe stands tall beneath the stars, its form shaped over time, not by force, but by gentle alignment with the land. Nothing about its body seems excessive or accidental. Each part feels as though it arrived naturally, at the pace the world allowed. Adaptation here is not dramatic. It is subtle and patient, unfolding across generations without urgency. The long legs, the extended neck, the steady heart, each feature feels less like an adjustment and more like a quiet agreement between body and environment. The land offered space. The giraffe grew into it, slowly and without resistance. The savanna itself adapts in the same way. Grass responds to rain and dry air without hurry. Trees adjust their shape toward light over many seasons. Even the soil changes gradually, shaped by wind and time rather than sudden shifts. Everything listens, then responds gently. The giraffe does not think about adaptation. It does not try to fit. It simply exists as it is, fully at home in its form. This ease is the result of countless small adjustments made long before this night, adjustments that required no awareness and no effort in the present moment. As you imagine this process, you may feel how comforting it is to think of growth as something quiet. Adaptation does not need to be stressful. It does not need to be rushed. Like the giraffe, you can become what your environment supports, one small, almost invisible step at a time. The night encourages this feeling. Darkness softens details. Edges blur. There is no clear line between what is changing and what is staying the same. The giraffe stands still, yet it carries the history of gentle change within its body. The present moment holds the past without tension. You may allow yourself to rest within this idea. There is no need to adjust yourself tonight. No need to improve or refine. Adaptation can happen quietly, even while resting. The body and mind continue their subtle work without supervision. The savanna breathes slowly, offering stability rather than challenge. The giraffe remains calm, balanced, and untroubled by the need to become anything else. It already fits the night perfectly. As the stars continue their slow movement overhead, the poetry of adaptation becomes clear, not through explanation, but through presence. Change does not arrive as disruption. It arrives as ease. You may rest in that understanding now. Like the giraffe, you are allowed to become what your surroundings gently encourage, without effort, without urgency. Adaptation can be soft, growth can be quiet, And in this calm unfolding, rest and becoming exist together, carried by the patient rhythm of the land. On the savanna, seasons do not declare themselves. They arrive quietly, almost unnoticed at first, carried in subtle shifts of air, light, and scent. The giraffe stands within these changes without marking them, its body responding gently as the land moves from one phase to another. Nothing here asks to be recognized. Everything simply becomes. The transition between seasons is felt more than seen. Nights grow slightly cooler, then warmer again. Grasses change tone, moving from pale gold to deeper green and back once more. The giraffe does not pause to observe these changes. It lives within them, adjusting naturally, without reflection or concern. There is a softness to this kind of transition. No single moment defines when one season ends and another begins. Instead, change spreads gradually, like color blending into color at sunset. The savanna accepts each shift calmly, allowing old patterns to fade while new ones settle into place. The giraffe's routines follow this same rhythm. Feeding times adjust gently. Rest arrives a little earlier or lingers longer. The body responds to the environment without needing to understand it. There is no resistance to what is changing, and no urgency to preserve what has been. Everything moves forward together, quietly. Science might describe seasonal cycles through rainfall and temperature, through migration and growth. But in this moment, those explanations feel distant. What matters is the feeling of continuity. The giraffe remains calm because change does not interrupt its sense of belonging. The land still supports it. The night still arrives with patience. As you imagine this, you may feel comfort in the idea that change does not need to be loud to be real. It does not need to demand attention or effort. Like the seasons of the savanna, change can arrive silently, shaping experience without disrupting rest. You may notice how restful it feels to release the need to track change. There is no requirement to label moments or define phases. Like the giraffe, you can simply move with what is present, allowing shifts to happen without comment. The savanna continues its slow turning. Stars appear in familiar patterns, then drift onward. The air holds a steady calm. Nothing signals a beginning or an end. Everything exists in a gentle flow. The giraffe remains tall and relaxed, unaware of seasons as separate events. It rests within the ongoing movement of the land, trusting that change will take care of itself. You may allow yourself to do the same. There is no need to notice every shift or anticipate what comes next. Change can happen quietly, even while you rest. Like the savanna, you can hold continuity and movement at once. As the night deepens, seasons continue their silent passage, and the giraffe stands calmly within them, supported by a world that knows how to change without ever raising its voice. In the open calm of the savanna night, cooperation does not take the form of agreements or signals. It exists quietly, shaped by familiarity and ease. Animals share space without discussion, each following its own gentle rhythm, yet fitting together naturally. The giraffe stands among them, tall and unhurried, part of a landscape where coexistence feels effortless. Nearby, other creatures move through the grasslands in their own quiet ways. Some pause, some drift onward, some remain still, None of this creates disruption. Paths cross without collision. Distances are respected without being measured. Space here is generous, allowing each presence to remain whole without pressing against another. The giraffe does not manage this sharing. It does not adjust itself to accommodate others, nor does it claim more than it needs. Its height allows it to feed above. Its stillness allows smaller movements below. This arrangement is not designed. It is simply settled into place over time, shaped by patience rather than intention. The savanna supports this peaceful sharing. Open land provides room for many lives to unfold side by side. Trees offer shade without ownership. Grass grows freely, touched by many without being depleted all at once. The night holds everything evenly, softening boundaries rather than enforcing them. Science might describe this as niche balance or ecological harmony, but in the quiet of night, it feels more like courtesy. Each animal moves as if aware that others exist, even without seeing them directly. There's no need to compete for attention or position. Calm spreads because nothing insists on priority. As you imagine this scene, you may feel how restful it is to exist without planning interactions. There is no need to anticipate or negotiate. Like the giraffe, you can occupy your own space fully, trusting that the world around you will make room naturally. The giraffe remains steady, breathing slowly, unconcerned with who passes nearby. Awareness stays wide and gentle. Cooperation happens through stillness as much as movement. The land receives all of it without judgment. You may allow this idea to reach you now. There is no need to arrange your rest perfectly or manage your surroundings. Peaceful sharing can happen on its own when space is allowed to be generous. Your presence does not need to conflict with anything else. As the night continues, animals share the savanna quietly, each following their own calm pace. The giraffe stands among them, untroubled, supported by a world where cooperation does not require planning, only patience, space, and the willingness to remain gentle. In this shared stillness, rest becomes communal without being crowded. The land holds everyone comfortably, and you are welcome to rest within that balance too, carried softly by a night that knows how to let many lives unfold together. On the savanna, life does not move in straight lines. It unfolds in gentle arcs, returning again and again to familiar moments. Beneath the long necks of giraffes, these cycles pass quietly, without ceremony. Birth, growth, rest, and aging arrive not as events, but as natural phases, each given time to exist fully. A calf once stood where an adult now rests. Its legs were unsure, its movements light and searching. Over time, those same legs learned balance. The neck lengthened slowly. Strength arrived without being noticed. None of this required effort or attention. It happened simply because the land allowed it to happen. The giraffe, standing in the night now, carries all of these stages within its body, though none of them demand recognition. The past does not pull at it. The future does not call ahead. Everything that has been and everything that will be rests quietly inside the present moment. The savanna understands this rhythm well. Grasses grow, dry, and grow again. Trees hold leaves, release them, and welcome new ones in their place. Nothing mourns what is past. Nothing rushes what is coming. Each phase arrives gently, stays briefly, and then eases into the next. In this calm environment, endings do not feel heavy. They feel complete. Pauses are not gaps to be filled, but spaces to rest within. The giraffe does not cling to one stage of life. It stands comfortably where it is, supported by cycles that have always known how to continue. Science may describe life cycles through timelines and stages, but here, they feel more like breathing. Inhale, exhale, growth, rest, presence, release. The giraffe participates in these rhythms without effort, guided by instinct and environment rather than intention. As you imagine this, you may feel how reassuring it is to think of life as circular rather than linear. There is no single moment that defines everything. There is no pressure to move forward quickly. Like the giraffe, you are allowed to be exactly where you are, knowing that other phases will arrive when they are ready. The night supports this feeling. Darkness does not signal an ending. It signals rest. Morning will come later without being summoned. The giraffe remains calm, standing within a cycle that does not need to be managed. You may allow this understanding to settle within you now. There is no need to reflect on what is past or anticipate what comes next. Life can move gently, returning again and again to moments of stillness. Beneath long necks and wide skies, cycles continue quietly. Beginnings arise, pauses deepen, returns happen naturally, and in this slow, forgiving rhythm, rest becomes part of life itself, steady, recurring, and kind. In the still hours of the savannah night, speed loses its meaning. There is nothing to catch, nothing to outrun, nothing waiting just beyond the moment. The giraffe stands quietly, its movements so slow they almost disappear. Slowness here is not hesitation, it is comfort. It is the natural pace of a world that is settled into itself. Every small motion unfolds without urgency. A gentle shift of weight, a gradual turn of the head, a slow, steady breath. These movements do not lead anywhere. They simply exist, complete on their own. The giraffe does not move to arrive. It moves to remain at ease. In daylight, slowness can sometimes feel out of place, as though it needs explanation. But at night, slowness becomes the norm. The savannah does not ask anything to happen quickly. Air moves in soft waves. Sounds appear, then fade. Time stretches, wide and forgiving. The giraffe's calm presence reflects this serenity. Its long legs remain planted, offering stability without stiffness. Its neck rests in a gentle curve, rising into the dark sky like a quiet thought. There is no anticipation in its posture, no sense of waiting. Everything about it suggests that this moment is enough. Science often speaks of efficiency and energy, of movement optimized for survival. But here, efficiency takes a different form. It is the efficiency of doing less, of allowing the body to remain at rest without interruption, of conserving energy by not spending it unnecessarily. Slowness becomes a way of honoring balance. As you listen, you may feel this pace reaching you. Thoughts may begin to move more slowly or to pause altogether. Sensations may soften. The need to hurry or progress may gently dissolve. There is no timeline to follow here. Like the giraffe, you are free to remain exactly where you are. The savannah supports this ease. Trees stand without shifting. Grass rests between breezes. Even the stars appear to move slowly, taking their time across the sky. everything agrees on the same gentle pace, you may allow yourself to settle into this rhythm now. There is no advantage to moving faster. Rest does not arrive sooner when it is rushed. It deepens when it is allowed. The giraffe remains still, breathing evenly, untroubled by the passing of minutes. Slowness surrounds it, fills it, supports it. And in this shared serenity, you may find yourself drifting more deeply into calm, held by a world that no longer needs speed, and by a moment that asks nothing more than presence. As the night settles more deeply across the savannah, the day releases its final traces without ceremony. Warmth fades from the ground. Light withdraws gently from the horizon. The giraffe stands quietly through this transition, not marking the change, not holding on to what is past. Letting go here is not an action. It is a natural easing, like hands opening after carrying something for long enough. The giraffe does not review the day. It does not carry memory as weight. Feeding, standing, pausing, each moment arrives, completes itself, and then drifts away. Nothing follows it into the night. The body remains present, unburdened by what is already unfolded. Rest begins not with sleep, but with release. This release is subtle. Muscles soften a little more. Breathing deepens without effort. Awareness grows wider and quieter, no longer drawn to detail. The giraffe trusts that the day has finished what it needed to finish. There is no need to hold it in place. The savannah models this trust everywhere. Grasses no longer respond to sunlight. Trees stop adjusting their leaves. Insects settle into steady patterns. The land does not cling to daylight. It welcomes night as the next gentle phase, confident that morning will return on its own. For the giraffe, rest is not something earned by activity. It is something allowed by trust. Trust in the land. Trust in the rhythm that has always guided movement and pause. Trust that nothing essential will be lost by letting go. As you listen, you may feel this idea reaching inward. Many days leave traces behind, thoughts that linger, moments that repeat themselves quietly. But here, there is an invitation to set them down without sorting or resolving them. Like the giraffe, you can trust that the day does not need to be carried forward to be complete. Letting go does not require effort. It does not ask for decisions. It happens gradually, almost unnoticed, when there is nothing left to protect or prepare. Breath becomes softer. The body grows heavier in a comfortable way. Awareness loosens its grip, not disappearing, but resting. The giraffe remains upright, calm, and steady, yet inwardly it has already released the day. There is nothing to finish, nothing to anticipate. Night holds everything now. You may allow yourself to do the same. There is no need to replay anything. No need to plan what comes next. Like the savannah, you can trust the rhythm that carries one phase gently into another. As stars continue their slow movement overhead, the giraffe stands quietly within this trust. Rest deepens not through sleep alone, but through surrendering the need to hold the day any longer. In this moment, letting go becomes an act of kindness, a way of allowing the body and mind to settle without resistance. The night receives everything softly, and you are free to rest within that receiving, unburdened, supported, and gently carried forward by a world that knows how to continue without your effort. As the night reaches its quiet middle, the question we first encountered beneath the leaves returns, not as something to answer, but as something to rest within. What does rest look like when nothing is forced? The savanna does not respond with words. It responds with stillness, with space, with a gentle continuation of everything being exactly as it is. The giraffe stands as it has all night, tall, calm, and untroubled. There has been no clear moment when rest began, and there is no moment when it needs to deepen. Rest has been present all along, woven into awareness, breath, and posture. Nothing was arranged, nothing was pushed aside. Rest arrived because there was room for it. In this way, rest does not look like withdrawal. It looks like ease. The giraffe does not step away from the world to find calm. It remains within it, eyes soft, body balanced, senses open without strain. The land does not ask the giraffe to lie down or disappear. It allows rest to exist in upright presence, in gentle attention, in the quiet acceptance of the night. The savanna mirrors this answer everywhere. Trees do not collapse to rest. They remain standing, holding their shape with patience. Grasses do not stop existing to become still. They settle where they are, bending only when the breeze passes. Even the stars continue their slow movement, resting within motion rather than apart from it. When nothing is forced, rest becomes simple. Breathing continues without guidance. Muscles soften without instruction. Awareness remains, but it no longer grips. The giraffe's body shows this clearly. It has not changed its position dramatically, yet something within has loosened. The difference is not visible. It is felt. You may notice this feeling in yourself now. There is no requirement to reach a deeper state or to let go completely. Rest does not demand completion. It allows partial drifting, brief returns to thought, moments of awareness that rise and fall gently. Like the giraffe, you are allowed to rest without leaving yourself behind. The question does not resolve into a statement. It dissolves instead. What does rest look like when nothing is forced? It looks like balance, like trust, like a body that knows it does not need to try. It looks like a night that holds everything without asking it to change. The giraffe remains still, not holding itself rigidly, not yielding completely. It occupies a middle space where comfort lives. The savanna supports this space naturally. There is no urgency to move toward morning, no pull towards sleep or wakefulness. Everything exists in a quiet in-between. You may allow yourself to remain here as well. There is nothing more to understand, no conclusion to reach. Rest can exist exactly as you are, in this moment, without effort or intention. As the night continues, the question fades back into the leaves and the dark. It leaves behind a feeling rather than an answer, a sense that rest does not need to be achieved. It only needs to be allowed. And so, beneath the wide sky and among the steady shapes of the savanna, rest continues quietly, held in balance, unforced, and deeply enough. In the quiet depth of the night, the giraffe's silhouette rises gently against the sky, tall and unmistakable, yet soft at the edges. There is no message being sent, no lesson offered deliberately. And yet, something is shared simply by the way this presence exists. The giraffe does not instruct. It demonstrates without effort, showing what calm can look like when it is lived rather than explained. The body remains upright, balanced, and at ease. Nothing about the giraffe suggests striving or correction. It does not adjust itself to appear restful. It simply is. The long neck forms a slow, patient line into the darkness, and the legs hold steady without stiffness. In this shape, there is a quiet reassurance. Rest does not require perfection or retreat. It can exist in plain sight. These lessons arrive softly because they are not framed as guidance. The giraffe does not seek to influence the world around it. Yet the world responds. The herd remains calm. The savanna stays quiet. Stillness spreads naturally, like a shared understanding that needs no agreement. The simplicity of this presence is what makes it powerful. Nothing is added, nothing is removed. The giraffe does not resist the night, nor does it dissolve into it. It stands within it comfortably, allowing darkness and light, sound and silence to pass freely. In doing so, it shows that ease comes from acceptance rather than control. As you imagine this tall silhouette, you may notice how uncomplicated it feels. There is no complexity to manage, no sequence to follow. The giraffe does not reflect on its posture or its breathing. It does not wonder if it is resting correctly. Calm happens because nothing interferes with it. This simplicity can feel unfamiliar. We often believe rest requires effort, preparation, or instruction. But here, rest appears as a natural state that emerges when doing less becomes acceptable. The giraffe does not simplify itself. It allows simplicity to surface on its own. The savanna reinforces this quiet lesson. Large spaces remain open, details soften, sounds repeat gently without variation. Nothing asks to be understood or improved. Everything settles into a form that feels sufficient. You may allow this feeling to reach you now. There is no need to analyze what you are experiencing, no need to name it or deepen it. Like the giraffe, you can remain exactly as you are and still be at rest. Calm does not require explanation to be real. The silhouette remains steady as stars move slowly behind it. Time continues, but it does not press. The giraffe's presence does not change, and yet it feels increasingly restful the longer it remains. This is the lesson it offers, not through words, but through continuity. What the giraffe shows without teaching is that rest can be uncomplicated, that being present is enough, that calm can exist without effort, without withdrawal, and without instruction. As the night carries on, the tall silhouette remains, quietly generous in its stillness. And within that simplicity, you may find yourself resting more deeply, not because you were guided there, but because nothing stood in the way. As the night moves deeper into itself, even the smallest motions begin to soften. The breeze that once drifted across the grasslands slows, then pauses, as if listening. Leaves hang quietly on their branches. The air feels smoother now, resting in place rather than traveling onward. This is the moment when the savanna grows still, not abruptly, but gradually, like a long exhale coming to its natural end. The giraffe remains standing, unchanged in posture, yet something around it has shifted. Without wind, the world feels closer, more contained. Sounds become fewer, spaced farther apart. An insect's rhythm fades into silence. leaving behind a gentle openness. The night does not become empty, it becomes settled. In this stillness, the giraffe's presence feels even calmer. Its body no longer responds to passing air. Muscles rest more completely. The neck holds its gentle curve without adjustment. Breath continues, slow and even, moving through a space that now feels perfectly matched to it. There is no contrast between inside and outside. The body and the night seem to agree. The savanna holds this quiet with care. Grass stands upright, no longer bending. Trees remain steady, their outlines softened by darkness. Even the sky appears more stable, stars fixed gently in place for long moments at a time. Nothing shifts quickly enough to be noticed. Time itself seems to loosen, spreading out into wide, calm intervals. This settling of the wind carries a subtle message. It tells the land that it is safe to rest more deeply. The giraffe receives this message without thought. It does not respond by changing position or closing its eyes fully. Rest simply deepens within the same still form. Awareness remains, but it becomes less directed, less curious. It rests too. As you imagine this moment, you may notice how your own inner movement begins to slow. Thoughts that were drifting may pause longer between appearances. Sensations soften. The need to adjust, to shift, to respond gently fades. Like the savanna, you may feel yourself becoming still, not because you're trying to, but because there is nothing left that needs movement. The absence of wind does not feel heavy. It feels supportive. Without motion brushing against the body, there's a sense of being held in place. The night wraps itself around everything evenly, offering quiet stability. The giraffe stands within this embrace, untroubled, supported by the land's calm. There's no signal that this stillness has arrived, no moment when it announces itself. It simply becomes noticeable because everything else has softened enough to reveal it. The savanna has not stopped. It has settled. You may allow yourself to settle in the same way now. There is no need to follow the stillness or maintain it. You can let it arrive naturally, just as the wind has allowed itself to rest. Your breath can continue at its own pace. Your awareness can remain gentle and unfocused. The giraffe remains tall and quiet, unchanged, and yet deeply at ease. The wind does not return. The night holds steady. And in this shared stillness, rest finds a deeper place, not through effort, but through the simple absence of motion. As the savanna grows still around you, you are welcome to grow still as well, held by a night that has finally found its calm. As the night settles into its quiet center, the giraffe remains standing, yet something within its body begins to soften even further. Not a collapse, not a yielding, simply a gentle permission for weight to be felt. Gravity, which has always been present, is now welcomed rather than resisted. The body does not sink, it settles. Muscles that have been quietly supportive all night allow themselves to relax a little more. The legs remain steady, but the effort behind that steadiness becomes almost unnoticeable. The neck rests into its natural curve, held not by tension, but by balance. Even the head seems to float more easily, supported by a body that trusts itself completely. This is what it looks like when a body is allowed to be heavy without becoming burdened. The giraffe does not brace against its own weight. it shares it with the earth. Each hoof presses gently into the ground, and the ground responds without resistance. There's a quiet conversation here, one of support, not effort. Breathing continues, slow and unremarkable. The chest rises and falls with an ease that feels almost distant now. Awareness, which has been present all along, begins to loosen its focus. It does not disappear suddenly. It simply becomes less interested in holding the edges of experience. Sounds may still arrive, but they no longer ask to be noticed. Sensations remain, but they feel farther away, as if softened by distance. The giraffe does not decide to rest more deeply. It allows it to happen. Awareness fades in the same way light fades at dusk, not by switching off, but by blending gently into shadow. There is no moment to point to, no threshold crossed, just a gradual easing into deeper comfort. The savanna supports this shift completely. The land remains still. The air stays calm. Nothing interrupts the quiet permission unfolding within the body. Even time feels less defined here, stretching softly, without markers or expectation. As you listen, you may begin to feel this heaviness in a comforting way. Not a weight that presses, but a weight that grounds. Your body may feel more supported by where it rests. Muscles may release without instruction. Awareness may drift without being followed. There is no need to guide this process. Like the giraffe, you can allow it. Letting awareness fade does not mean losing it. It means trusting that it can rest too. Thoughts may appear briefly, then dissolve before forming fully. Images may soften, edges blurring. The mind does not need to stay alert. It does not need to watch over the body. Everything knows how to continue quietly. The giraffe remains upright, yet inwardly, it has grown very still. The night holds it without effort. The earth supports it without demand. The body rests in a state that feels both present and deeply relaxed, balanced between awareness and sleep. You may allow yourself to rest in the same way now. There is nothing you need to maintain, nothing you need to let go of deliberately. Heaviness can arrive gently, and awareness can fade at its own pace. As the night continues its silent passage, the giraffe stands calmly. Heavy in the most comforting sense of the word, grounded, supported, and free from effort. And within that quiet allowance, rest deepens naturally, carrying you closer to sleep without asking you to follow. The night now feels complete, as though it has gathered everything gently into its care. Stars rest quietly above the savanna, not sharp or distant, but soft and steady, like familiar lights that have always been there. Below, grass lies still, each blade settled into its place. Between sky and earth, the air feels calm and balanced, holding all things without effort. The giraffe remains standing, yet there is no sense of effort left in its body. Breathing moves slowly and evenly, rising and falling in a rhythm that feels shared with the land itself. Each breath is quiet, almost unnoticed, blending seamlessly into the surrounding stillness. Nothing interrupts this rhythm. Nothing needs to. The night does not press down. It does not close in. Instead, it opens outward, creating a wide, gentle space where everything belongs. The giraffe's tall form is held within this space as easily as the smallest movement of grass. There is no hierarchy here. large and small, are treated the same, wrapped equally in calm. Sounds have thinned to almost nothing. What remains is not silence, but a soft background presence, a distant hum of life continuing quietly. Even this feels optional, free to fade or return without consequence. Awareness rests lightly on these sensations, then drifts away again. As you imagine this moment, you may feel a sense of being held yourself. The idea that the night can carry everything, thoughts, sensations, breath, without needing attention or control. You do not have to organize your experience. The night is already doing that for you, gently and patiently. The giraffe does not move. It does not need to. Its body has found a place of deep comfort within stillness. Weight is shared with the earth. Breath is shared with the air. Presence is shared with the night. Nothing is separate anymore. Stars continue their slow, almost imperceptible movement overhead. Grass remains quiet beneath. The savanna feels whole, complete in its calm. The giraffe stands within this completeness, no longer distinct from it, simply another steady shape resting in place. You may allow this feeling to settle over you now. There is no need to follow the story closely anymore. Images can blur. Words can soften. The rhythm of breath and the sense of being supported are enough. The night holds everything gently: bodies, land, sky, and quiet awareness. And within that holding, rest becomes effortless, spreading naturally, like darkness across the plain. The night continues, not by moving forward, but by gently repeating itself. Breath follows breath. Stillness follows stillness. Nothing new needs to arrive for rest to deepen. The savanna remains as it is, and in that sameness, comfort grows quietly. The giraffe stands in the same place it has stood for a long while now. Its posture does not change, yet it feels softer with each passing moment. The body has settled fully into its balance. Muscles hold without effort. Weight rests naturally through long legs into the ground. There is no adjustment needed because nothing feels out of place. Around the giraffe, the scene remains almost unchanged. Stars hold their positions, drifting so slowly they seem still. Grass stays quiet. Air rests calmly, moving only when it feels like it, then stopping again. These familiar elements repeat without variation, and instead of becoming dull, they become reassuring. Repetition in the natural world does not create boredom. It creates safety. When nothing unexpected happens, the body relaxes further. Awareness no longer needs to check or compare. It begins to trust the rhythm completely. The giraffe does not watch the night repeat itself. It rests within that repetition. Breathing becomes the clearest example. Inhale, exhale. The same pattern, over and over, each cycle gently smoothing the one before it. No breath needs to be different. No breath needs to lead anywhere. Each one is complete on its own, just like the night around it. As you listen, you may notice how soothing repetition can be. The familiar cadence of words, the steady tone, the gentle pacing, these do not demand attention. They allow it to soften. Thoughts may drift in small loops, then slow, then fade. There is no need to follow them. The giraffe's calm presence reinforces this ease. Nothing about it suggests anticipation. It does not wait for morning. It does not mark time. It simply remains, allowing the same quiet moment to exist again and again. each time feeling slightly deeper, slightly heavier, slightly more complete. The savanna accepts this repetition gladly. Night after night, it offers the same stillness, the same openness, the same gentle holding. And each night, that sameness becomes a place of rest rather than monotony. You may allow yourself to rest in this repetition now. There is no need for progress, no need for change. The same moment can be enough, returning again and again until awareness grows light and unburdened. The giraffe remains where it is, breathing steadily, grounded and calm. The night repeats itself quietly, without hurry, without demand. And within that repetition, rest deepens naturally, carried not by novelty, but by the comfort of everything staying just as it is. As the night settles into its deepest quiet, curiosity begins to loosen its hold. There is nothing new arriving now, nothing calling for attention. The savanna remains exactly as it has been, steady and complete. In this sameness, awareness no longer feels the need to look outward. It begins to rest inward, gently and without direction. The giraffe stands calmly, unchanged in posture, yet inwardly even softer than before. Its senses remain open, but they no longer reach. Sounds that once registered now pass by unnoticed. The body breathes without awareness following it. Muscles hold their balance without being felt. Everything continues, but nothing asks to be observed. This is not the absence of awareness, it is its relaxation. Curiosity does not disappear suddenly. It fades, like light dimming at the edge of night. There is no final thought, no last image. Attention simply drifts away from the edges of experience and settles somewhere deeper and quieter. The savanna supports this release completely. There are no changes to track, no movements to follow. The night offers nothing new, and in doing so, offers perfect rest. Even the stars seem to pause, holding their gentle glow without drawing the eye. As you listen, you may feel this softening happening within you as well. The desire to follow the story, to imagine details, to stay alert, gradually dissolves. Words can become background sounds. Images can blur. Awareness can hover lightly, then drift. The giraffe does not notice this shift. It does not need to. The body knows how to move towards sleep without guidance. Awareness recedes naturally, like a tide moving away from shore. What remains is comfort, heaviness, and calm. Breath continues at its own pace, slow and even. The body feels supported, held in place by the ground and the night. There is no need to check anything. No need to return attention outward. Everything is already settled. This is the moment when observation becomes unnecessary. When curiosity has done its work and can rest, the world does not vanish. It simply becomes less distinct, less important. The giraffe remains, the savanna remains, but they no longer require awareness to exist. You may allow yourself to follow this soft fading now. There is nothing to stay awake for, nothing to notice more closely. Rest does not need to be deep or complete. It only needs to be allowed. As the night continues without change, curiosity melts quietly into sleep. Awareness loosens its final hold, and in that gentle release, rest becomes the natural state, carrying you onward without effort, into stillness that feels safe, warm, and complete. The night has now reached a depth where nothing feels unfinished. The savanna rests in a state of quiet continuity, unchanged and unchanging, as if it has always been this way. In the center of this calm, the giraffe still stands, tall, steady, and entirely at ease. There has been no dramatic shift, no clear descent into sleep, and yet, rest is everywhere. The giraffe's body holds itself without thought. Legs remain firm, but not tense. The neck rises gently into the dark, supported by balance rather than strength. Breathing continues in slow, even waves, so familiar it barely registers. There's no effort left in this posture. It is simply the shape of comfort, learned and trusted over time. Nothing in the giraffe's presence suggests alertness or readiness. Awareness has softened into something diffuse and light, spread evenly through the body, rather than focused anywhere in particular. Sounds may still exist, but they no longer arrive as information. They pass through like distant echoes, leaving no impression behind. The land mirrors this ease perfectly. Grass does not stir. Trees hold their silhouettes quietly. The sky remains wide and dark, stars resting gently in place. There is no sense of waiting for morning or moving toward anything else. This moment stands on its own, complete and unhurried. Peace here is not something achieved. It has not been built or maintained. It simply remains, like the giraffe itself, present without effort. There is no need to change position, no need to sink down or lie away from the world. Standing is enough. Being here is enough. As you listen, you may feel a similar steadiness within yourself, a sense that nothing needs adjustment, that you do not need to move closer to sleep or deeper into calm. Rest does not require direction now. It has already arrived. Thoughts, if they appear at all, do so faintly, like distant shapes in the dark. They do not form fully. They dissolve before needing attention. Awareness rests gently on nothing in particular, content to remain unfocused. The giraffe continues to stand, not because it must, but because it can. Its peace does not depend on posture or position. It comes from trust. Trust in the land beneath its feet, in the night around its body, in the rhythm that has carried it through countless evenings before this one. The savanna holds this moment without comment. Nothing urges the night forward. Nothing pulls it back. Everything stays exactly where it is, balanced and complete. You may allow yourself to rest in this same way now. There is no need to follow the story further or to hold on to any image. Like the giraffe, you can remain present without effort, supported by a world that asks nothing of you. The giraffe still stands. The night still holds. Peace continues quietly, without needing to be named. And in this effortless calm, rest deepens on its own, steady, grounded, and entirely enough. The night has become so complete that it no longer feels like something happening. It simply is. The savanna rests in a deep, steady quiet, held gently between earth and sky. Nothing moves unless it needs to. Nothing waits to begin. This is the hour where endings soften into continuations, and rest becomes the natural state of everything that exists. The giraffe still stands, tall and calm, exactly as it has for so long that time has lost its edges. Its presence no longer feels separate from the land, legs, grass, air, and darkness belong to the same slow rhythm now. Breathing flows in and out without being noticed. Weight is shared effortlessly with the ground. Awareness has thinned into something almost transparent, light enough to drift, gentle enough to disappear and return without consequence. Around the giraffe, the savanna holds steady. Stars remain in their quiet places. The sky does not deepen further. It simply continues. Grass does not stir. The air feels balanced, resting exactly where it is. There is no signal that the night is progressing, and no reason for it to. This moment does not need to change in order to be complete. Here, motion is no longer about movement. It is about continuity. The slow circulation of breath, the subtle rise and fall of the chest, the quiet turning of the world beneath the stars. Everything flows, but nothing rushes. The giraffe rests inside this flow without effort, without awareness of doing so. You may feel yourself resting here as well, no longer following images or words closely. The story does not need attention now. It has already done what it came to do. Sounds may blur, sensations may soften, thought may drift in and out, or not appear at all. All of this is welcome. There is nothing you need to hold on to from this journey, no idea to remember, no detail to keep. Like the giraffe, you can remain exactly as you are and allow rest to continue on its own. Sleep does not need to be reached. It arrives when the body is ready, carried gently by the same rhythm that moves the land. The savanna does not guide sleep, it allows it. The night does not instruct rest, it surrounds it. Everything that lives here understands this instinctively. When nothing is required, the body knows how to let go. The giraffe remains upright, peaceful, unchanging, and deeply at ease. Whether eyes are open or closed no longer matters. Awareness no longer needs to decide. The night holds everything evenly, without distinction. As this final moment settles, there is nothing more to add, nothing more to describe. The flow continues quietly, beyond words, beyond attention. Everything flows through the wild, sleep in that motion.